Top of the morning to you. Today is the day that we leave. And yes, I did put in way too much creamer in my coffee today. So it pretty much tastes like I'm drinking warm-ish cream. But actually, it does actually taste quite good. This coffee we have is actually really good quality. And I love that pour over. Anyways, today's the day we leave, so we will be driving in that vehicle. It takes like 4 hours to get back. I'll go back to my brother's place, quickly attempt to repack my bag because yes, I have way more stuff now. So we'll see what I'm able to conjure up as far as fitting it all into my backpack or putting on layers of clothing. So yeah, I'll go back to his place, quickly attempt to do that, say farewell, drive the rental car back to the rental spot, and then go to the airport and then fly back to Minnesota. I don't really know what time my flight is at. Oh yeah, I should probably check in. Maybe I'll do that right now. I don't know what time I arrive back, but yeah, then I'll take some shuttle to the car, then drive back home, say hi to the kitty cats, probably take a shower, do whatever. Then in the morning I have my counseling appointment and then go straight to work after that. Work, which will be good because I definitely need some money. And then after that, actually it's a full moon, so my mom and I were actually watching the full moon last night. Strawberry moon, I believe. But yeah, there's an ecstatic dance meetup, I believe, tomorrow. So if I'm able to, that would be cool to go to right after work, but I need to see what time it's at because I don't know if the timing will be aligned. That's some updates for now. Maybe I'll show you more as the journey today continues.
Goodbye, sweet house.
Made it to Minnesota. Oh, there's so much driving today. It's crazy how much traveling you can do in one day. Anyways, I feel quite scraggly. I just need to scutter on home. It's like, I don't know how long of a drive, might be nearly 2 hours. Oh yeah, and also it's so colder here. I'm just wearing my little rain jacket and I am so cold. What a change of climate. Plenty to say, but it's hard to say it all. I mean, ultimately, you know, I like to make these videos as like my own diary. You know, even if no one else cares about it at all, I enjoy making them. And I would prefer to like be able to share. Oh, there's the driver again. The driver was really sweet, but I didn't have any money to give him, so I feel bad. I wish I would have got to tip him. He was a crazy driver though. He was like zipping around, but for some reason I wasn't scared. I was like, it's kind of fun. He was just like, it seemed like he was having a thrill driving the van thing, and he was drinking coffee, I saw, so I'm like, he's probably just he's probably jazzed up. Jazzed up on life and coffee, just driving crazily. Anyways, it took like 30 minutes though for him to arrive, so it's kind of getting late out. And yeah, tomorrow I work. I really need to take a shower tonight and maybe put on some more self-tanner because I like how I look better when I look tan. And then yeah, I think I already said this. Yeah, in the morning I have counseling, so I kind of want to prepare for that. And anyways, but I guess what I was saying though is it can be like, I wish I could declare all the things that I experience, all the things I see on the travels, and mostly like what I've reflected upon, you know, but it's like things just pass and it's, oops, my mom just texted me. It's hard to encompass it all. And I know that no one is asking me to encompass it all, but I'm saying for my own self, it'd be nice to like be able to share upon things, but like, I don't know, just kind of, it's hard to if I don't do it right away. Because otherwise so much happens and I just kind of forget along the way. But anyways, I did do a little bit of journaling actually on the airplane. Just like on my phone though, because this little mini diary that I brought is too small. It's like, obviously, like I like it because it's so small, it's so cute. But like to actually do journal entries, it's like very annoying actually. So I prefer the big pages. So yeah, I've realized a lot too from this trip so that I can kind of go into the European trip more gracefully. I was kidding, but like more knowledgeable. Just, you know, certain things I realized, which I won't go into every detail at the moment. But I will just quickly say the gal that I sat next to, so I was at the window, there's an open seat actually, and then she was at the aisle, and I was one seat up from the back. Why did this car just went weird? Also, I'm driving my mom's car, but anyway, she was so sweet. It was, I'll tell you guys more maybe about it once I get home, because I feel kind of weird sitting here talking whilst the driver is like right there. But I don't know, like we only like talked pleasantries, like we didn't really get talking that much, which I actually feel kind of bad about. I wish I would have talked to her more and like asked her more questions and actually talked with her. Oh, there, the driver is leaving now. But I don't know, I was feeling kind of shy, honestly. She looked like honestly, I think that we would have been best friends if we went to school together or something. Like she complimented my hat, and like she was just just her energy was just so similar to mine, but she was also very calm as well. And her backpack was so cute. Part of it was see-through, and I just was smirking to myself because I could like see some of the stuff in her bag, and it was just like the most random jumbulation of things, and I'm like, I relate with her. Anyways, and yeah, she was just so kind. And then she had her family with her, I think. Anyways, I won't go into every detail, but I'm just gonna probably listen to some podcast on my drive back, and yeah. Anyways, I better get out of this car lot before they think I'm doing something odd. Okay, I actually don't even know how to get out of here. That's the thing too with traveling. It's like, I just go with the flow. Like I usually don't really like try to know every single thing along the way. Also, I'm like self-conscious of my aging. I'm like aging, but also a part of it is that I need to exercise. I mean, that's clear. I know I'm probably a broken record and it might be super annoying if anyone's listening to these, but it really is on my radar. I'm like, oh, I've gained so much weight, and also I'm like aging. And anyways, but what was I saying? My bag smells so good because I have the coffee beans that I bought from that wonderful coffee shop in it's kind of I feel like, okay, Espresso News in, oh, I love this coffee. Hopefully I got good coffee beans though. I just like picked a random kind. They have tons of coffee bean kinds. Oh, I think I was just saying that. Wait, what was I saying? Something about traveling. Well, maybe when I'm editing this, because I don't feel like looking back right now. Maybe when I'm editing this. Why does that sound so weird? Editing this. Maybe when I'm editing this, I will peep in and say whatever I was gonna say, but I don't know. Okay, I better be off though. All right. So, toodles. See y'all later. Bye. I made it home. Because it feels like miraculously, voila, my dreams have come true. What dreams I'm speaking of in this instance is falling asleep early, going to bed at a decent time. Okay, for me, that's midnight. A wee bit after midnight, and like, I don't even know what time it was. It was like around that vicinity. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I went to bed early. Hello, darlings. It is I. It has been about 10 minutes. Cheers to you. And I will teetle off to work. Hi-ho, it's off to work we go. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. I'll be back in a wee bit. Farewell. I just have to show how adorable Charlie is. He's my favorite little fluff ball in all the land. He's the cutest little baby. So cute. Highly, highly recommend to anyone to try meditating, especially every single day. It's such a nice thing to do. It's the most wonderful thing. For now, goodbye. Yes, oh yes, I will say this. I just, like, you know, I grew up in Minnesota. So, like, Minnesota is, in Wisconsin as well, but, like, the energy of Minnesota, especially specifically where I am located. And I guess this is just obvious, but, like, it's just my norm. You know, the energy here, the way that things are, is my norm. So it actually feels very nice to be back in a energy realm that I am familiar with, you know? There's Charlie. And it's just interesting because for me, it's very difficult to put these things into words and to even consider if it's accurate or not. It's just my own intuitive sense. Let me know if you feel this way too. It's like I feel very sensitive to locations, even just different neighborhoods and stuff. Like sometimes I feel very charmed and ignited and excited. Other times it's like, no, get me out of here. Like I do not like it here. Or just, oh, Charlie's running after something. Okay. But yeah, like for me, even just like intuitively, as I already mentioned, I don't know if it's accurate or anything. Oh, Charlie's so cute. The cats are so happy to be outside, and I'm very happy for them. Anyways, it's like I don't even feel called to be in most places, like even just states, you know? And that's not to say that I'm not super grateful that I got to go on this trip. And obviously, like for me, the main point of the trip was to see my family, specifically my brother, and to be with my family, like my mom and sister. You know, that's kind of the thing, you know. I remember maybe a month or so ago, I was doing this meditation and it clicked for me that, like, you know, sometimes you can do these different meditations or just ponderments of if you're 80 years old and you look back on your life, like what do you hope that you would have done, or like what were your main focuses? And something that popped up for me when I did that was, oh, to see my family as often as possible and to keep up with my family, you know, purposefully make a point to visit my family. So yeah, that's kind of like the whole purpose of this trip. But yeah, it's just interesting. Like, again, it's only from my own radar, my own experience. And I do also feel as though when you visit somewhere, it totally depends on the location of the vicinity. Like maybe this area of, let's say, Asheville is really a certain way, and then this area of Asheville is a totally different way. So maybe you're in this area and you have this experience versus this person, this, you know what I'm saying? So it's, all this is difficult to know if it's actually accurate, and it's difficult to even explain. But I guess like my experience anyways, like in North Carolina, it just feels more unstable, or like more, like here in Minnesota, at least in my area in Minnesota, okay, it feels quite stable. It's hard to say like what I mean by that, but like I guess maybe more safe, I guess maybe is the word for it. Whereas when I was in North Carolina, it just feels more, I don't know if rugged is the word, but like, you know, people are just driving crazily. Like neighborhoods are just feeling more chaotic, it feels like. And just the general energy of the area feels more rocky or something. Whereas here it feels more at ease. But again, maybe if I lived in Minneapolis or like a bigger city here, I'd feel different. I mean, I even feel different when I go to Chicago, you know? Anyways, I don't know. But yeah, it's also just interesting because like my internal compass, I don't even feel called to most of these places, like as far as like living or staying there longer term. Most states, I don't feel a call to go to. Pretty much the only place that I do feel like a resonance with or like a calling to is California, if I'm being honest. Most other places, I'm like, I don't feel called to go there. Also, I'm just pondering and remembering the different characters that I met along the way on this travel that I was just on in North Carolina. That's some of my favorite parts, like just the characters. I mean, honestly, they feel like characters because they each have this like funny, fun personality of different sorts. You know, the characters that you meet along the way on the travels. Miko. I hear Miki meowing. I don't know where she is. Anyways, plenty more I could say upon all that, but for now I shall bid you adieu for like the 4th time. Peace. Just got done with work. Got this shirt for free. It was such a fun day. I had the best day ever, but bye. Okay, I just gotta say, I just had the funniest conversation with the what do you call it, cash register guy at Natural Grocers. Turns out that he eats grits. He mentioned grits. And I was like, wait, I just had grits for the first time in North Carolina, blah, blah. He's like, you gotta try date sugar. Anyways, he was so sweet. It was just like a really funny combo. Okay, anyways, bye. Hi. Well, I'm back home. Hi, kitty kitty. Hi. Okay, so yeah, I went into work later and I came out later. So it is already getting dark outside. But yeah, I got this free little flower and it smells so good. He said I should put it in my hair and it would look sick. As the kids say these days, sick. Which I like to say healthy. But anyways, I just went to another grocery store and talked to the guy there too, and he was so nice. Oh yes, but also whilst I was at the grocery store, I felt as though me and this certain guy that were shopping, we kept like looking over at each other, and he was beautiful. I mean, he was kind of like grungy. You could tell he was like some sort of like worker outside or something, and really tan. He had the most gorgeous eyes though. I was like, wow, some men are just gorgeous, you know? And it's like, I just want to tell them, you are so beautiful. Especially people's eyes, you know? Anyways, so yeah, me and this guy, I'm like, is it just me or is there a vibe happening? Like, does anyone else ever experience this? I mean, honestly, this happens kind of often. So I'm like, for all I know, I'm totally being delusional. But it's like, I'm at the grocery store and yeah, me and this guy just like, not that we're staring at each other, but every so often we're just like, we look up and we happen to glance over at each other. And I'm like, are we flirting? Like, what's happening? Anyways, then we're checking out. He happens to be checking out at the exact same time. And I felt like he was kind of clocking me a little bit. You know, I was kind of clocking him a little bit. I'm like, okay. And then I leave. I don't know. I just feel kind of like playful about it. It's kind of like, you know. Anyways, and then we both happen to be leaving at the same time too. Driving out of this grocery store. And then we both are turning the same way. And I feel like we're both very aware of this. And I'm like, so anyways, we start going up, okay? And there's the red lights, okay? There's lights up ahead, okay? So we have to stop. And he's in this lane, I'm in this lane. And we're about to like, I'm a bit behind him. We're about to like be meeting up at the stoplight, which, I don't know, it's kind of like, eek, you know? Then he runs a red light. And it's not a light that's just turned red. It has been red. There's people on the other side that have just been sitting there, you know, in their cars. But we're both at the front of the line here. But anyways, it's like a straight up red light. And he just goes through it. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness he didn't die or something. But I was just like, oh. But that's the thing too. I'm not trying to declare the reason that he did that. But even me, like in my car, I was kind of like, am I driving normal? Like, it's like, Charlie. Also, I feel like Charlie gained a bunch of weight. Charlie boy, oh Charlie. Whilst we're gone. Anyways, yeah, that's just the funny thing. Again, I'm just like declaring things that I don't even know are accurate, but I will just speak for myself. Like sometimes when I feel that little feeling of like, oh, I kind of have a crush or something, it's like I forget how to do normal things. But anyways, I cannot believe that he drove through a red light. Like straight up red. Okay, as I said, if it would be different if it just turned red or anything like that. But no, it was solid red from afar. We were driving from afar. And I was like, oh. But anyways, I ended up turning right anyways and going onto the highway. But anyways, now I need to unload my groceries. Hi. Unload my groceries and continue on with my night. It's already time for bed practically. It's already like nighttime. But anyways, and then tomorrow I'll be waking up bright and early and meeting my family, or meeting my dad and my sister and maybe some other people, I don't know. Because it's Father's Day on Sunday, but we're gonna celebrate it tomorrow. So yeah, we're waking up early and going for a walk and like bringing a coffee with, going for a walk. So I should probably also make my dad a Father's Day card. And then I'll go into work. But I will have a little bit of a smidge of time in between that where I can do other such things. So, and yeah, so as I said, I got this shirt for free. So cute. And some other shirts too. Okay, anyways, there's the end. I'll see you guys later. It's been a really good day. And yeah, okay, bye. Farewell. Say bye, Charlie boy. Say goodbye, Charlie boy. You're Charlie boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Mwah. Mwah. Mickey, Mickey. Oops, sorry. Charlie. Oh, my God, Charlie. You're so cute. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy.